We're back. Welcome, everybody, to the big show. This is your buddy Bruce here with TWB, traveling with Bruce live right from Palm Desert, California. We are running out of time here, unfortunately for us. We're down to the last 20 days. We leave at the end of this month back to Canada, or Canada, as we like to say it. Back to Canada. I tell you, it's sad. The good news is that just in the last week, we have broken the cold spell around here. We are now experiencing normal temperatures. Actually, it might be a little warmer than normal today. Today in Palm Desert, California, 97 degrees was the high temperature today, the hottest day of the year. 92 yesterday, 88 the day before. We're going to be 96, 97 again tomorrow. Pure sunshine. A little bit of gusty winds here and there, but it's going to be nice. And we're going to be in the upper 80s and 90s now for the next 10 days. And I am loving every little bit of it. I will admit, while I'm talking to you right now, the air conditioning is going. I don't mind air conditioning going inside the unit. I'm quite happy about it. But warm, and the sun angle is right up there like it should be now. Oh my gosh. You go for a walk, you go in the mornings or late in the afternoons when the shadow starts to show up, because it's a warm one. But anyway, welcome all of you to the big show here from Palm Desert, California, where Jennifer and I are going to, which is Calgary, at the end of the month. As of now, things are improving. 55 is the temperature right now in Calgary, 63 degrees for the high next week, Sunday. So even Calgary is starting to get into the 50s and 60s finally. Again, completely normal this time of the year. By the end of April, we should be in the mid 60s up there with very long days. The sunset time now is 8:24 in Calgary as we speak. Here in Palm Desert, the sunset time now is 7:12. So longer days in Calgary than here. Welcome all to the program for April the 10th, 2023. It's great to have you here. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're having a great Easter weekend. Some of you I know are getting today off. You took today off. You took the whole week off coming up this week. Whatever you're doing it. And I hope it's going well for you, and you're enjoying time with friends and family, and it's all good. We're fine here. Thank you to Ken Kareka for joining us. First one out of the box today. Greetings, Bruce and Jen, from Janet and Ken. The temperature in Saginaw is 60 degrees with partly cloudy skies. Regular gas is up to $3.69 a gallon. We were number 8 on the thumbs up meter today. Good evening, everybody. Thank you, all of you who are already hitting that thumbs up button. Last week, I predicted that we would hit 100 thumbs ups because of the rerunners. Sure enough, the rerunners came through for us again. Thank you, all of you who are here live or you're watching on the rerun. Most people watch the show on the rerun because your schedules are just the way they are. And I have viewers from around the world. You guys actually let me know what thumbs up number you are by sending a message to me. And I always get number 100 or number 104, whoever it is, saying, I'm number 104. And that means we've done it yet again. So thank you for getting us 100 thumbs ups every time we do the big show here. We already have 23 thumbs ups on the go, and I'm only 4 minutes into the show. So thank you, everyone, for helping out with the thumbs ups. It's fantastic. Tim Bowman in the house, coming over from the sponsor member show. We just finished the sponsor member show. I'm number 11 on the thumbs up. It's 46 degrees in the cloudy and dreary Seattle. Gas is $4.19.9 for regular. Tom Henry, Lucky 13 here. Woohoo! Hello, everybody. Thank you, my friend Nathan. Number 15, Robert Mailot is here saying hello, everybody. How you doing, Robert? Thank you for joining me earlier today on my other channel, too. Nathan, cruise departure is Saturday on the NCL Joy. Leave hometown after work on Thursday. I got a 12-hour drive to Miami from Asheville, North Carolina. getting things ready. It is exhausting, but it's getting done for the right reasons, my friend. Stephen Butler, number 5. Temperature is 71 degrees right now. Gas 330. Another beautiful day in Northwest Arkansas. Hello to the TWB family. Thank you, Stephen. Jeannie Lavinghouse is in the house from East Tennessee. Hello, Bruce and all TWBers. Bill and Jeannie are here for the big show. Currently 66 in our back porch. Welcome to both of you to the channel today. Karen Tajan, hi from Killdeer, Illinois. It's 70 today. It's gorgeous. Recovering from COVID, diagnosed on April 1 after 5 vaccinations. Extremely fatigued, but otherwise I'm okay. Thank goodness for that. Ms. M, happy Easter, everybody, from Maple Ridge, British Columbia. Welcome, Ms. M. Nathan, gas was 324, headed to work. And on the way home, 319. Weather was great today. Clear skies, low 60s. Right on. Donnell is in the house. Good morning, Bruce, and all from Cork, Ireland, where it's 1 a.m. Tuesday morning, and I have a number 18 on your thumbs up list. Thank you, Donnell, so much. Great shirt you got on there. Love that shirt. And Rogers, number 17 on the thumbs up meter. 19 Celsius, Ancaster, Ontario. Temperature in the mid-20s Celsius this week. That is about 68 to 70 degrees. Nice. Very nice. Sandy Robinson, hi from Sandy Robinson in sunny Medicine Hat, Alberta. I'm still in hospital, but I should be going home. I sure hope you're getting out real soon. I know you're so close. You're so close. I know it. I feel it. I can't wait to hear the word that you are finally getting out of there. That will be good stuff. Stephen Butler, ships using island shore power won't work. It is most expensive electricity in the world, apparently. Bermuda and Cayman Islands. Shore power U.S. ports is probably more economically feasible. Yeah, I've always thought about this too, that, some of these ports, I wonder if they can be engineered in such a way, not the Cayman Islands because they're much too tiny, but I'm thinking about some of these huge port facilities, mainland USA, Canada, Mexico, what have you. You got to wonder if it's possible that these terminals, they get covered with solar panels, first of all, and you wonder if there would be massive wind turbines, just offshore to direct power into the shore power, into huge battery storage systems. I'm pretty sure I'm talking 5, 10, and 15 years into the future here, where power will be generated through solar and wind and will be stored in massive battery systems so that when ships do come in and plug in, they draw power from the batteries where they've been stored up for days or hours or what have you. You wonder if that can work. I don't know. I know that about 10 years ago, a solar panel that you would have on your roof would be a 100-watt solar panel. Now, today, they have 350-watt solar panels and even larger. And I'm wondering in 5 or 10 years, will there be 1,000-watt solar panels on roofs in the same amount of space that used to be a 100-watt panel? Now you have a 1,000-watt panel. And if you've got 30 of them on your roof, you have 30,000 watts of generation capacity, which means you're putting power into the grid. I mean, you're not using it all. I wonder if that can happen going forward in installations, commercial installations like ports. You wonder, I don't know. Obviously, cruise ports that have goods coming in through container ships, you can't have solar panels built above those. I mean, these containers are outdoors. They lift them off the ships. They put them onto trucks, put them on the trains. They move them. Where are you going to have solar panels? They'll be in the way. You know what I'm saying? Whereas a windmill offshore, a windmill farm, depends how far offshore you're talking about with the seabed. How deep is the water? I don't know. It's It's going to be a dilemma. It's going to require some research. Ms. M, 16 thumbs up, Bruce. Rainy and cloudy around 8 to 10 Celsius here. Gas is about $1.80 a liter, I think, depending if you're in Vancouver or not. Yes, that has been consistently up here. Jeff Tynan, Bruce, number 23 thumbs ups right there. Robert, yes, I do sneak in on the stock market with Bruce channel. I noticed. I know. Thank you, Robert. Sandy Robinson, hi again. I'm the 16th thumbs up today. Should be home later this week. Sandy Robinson says, boy, that'd be great news, and I'm sure you're looking forward to that. Tom Henry, Nathan, what deck and location is your cabin? We are on deck 10, center aft, on the Joy, November, December. I'm looking forward to hearing how you like the ship. Tom Henry, we've only done one of NCL's mega ships so far, working our way through all the smaller ships, cruised all those except the Spirit. And Annie Mon, number one, amazing. Sydney, Australia, cool in the AM, getting ready for winter. 20 Celsius during the sunny day. It's lovely. Kirk Brunson, hi, Bruce and TWB family. Kirk from the Big Apple is here, and I'm working today. Hello, my friend. Thank you. Number 25 thumbs ups. Thanks, Kirk. Appreciate that. Karen, looking to book Celebrity Beyond next May 2024. Want to go Rome on an 11-day return trip prior to my daughter's wedding in Florence, Italy. How are the inside cabins on the Celebrity Beyond? Did a balcony on the edge, but I'm looking to save a little money. I can't answer that question. You might well be advised after you leave my show today is just go to YouTube and do a search. Inside cabins, Celebrity Beyond. You may find that a YouTuber or two or three have made videos about their inside cabins, and you might be able to see some real life videos rather than that staged professional, camera work that the pros do. You want to know what average people experience, and you might find a YouTube video that might help you there. Nathan, 9 Mid-Port Side, Tom. Sylvia, number 26. Hi there, Tom. Hello, TV family. How's Sylvia? How you doing? Tom Henry, hi there. Welcome, my dear. Great to see you. I know you've been saying hi to me on the reruns. You've been watching reruns. You've been giving me thumbs ups and saying hi to me. I do appreciate it very much, as always, Sylvia. You're one of our most loyal viewers. Fantastic, everybody. Welcome all of you to the channel tonight from wherever you are. Please say hi to us. Let us know where are you watching us from. What's your high temperature today? What's the price of gas in your neighborhood? How you doing? If you're going on a cruise, let us know what cruise you're going on and when you're doing it. Jennifer and I are on the last 20 days of our winter getaway here in Palm Desert. We're out of here on the 30th. We'll be back in Calgary. When we get back to Calgary, we're going to be busy, because we have rented an apartment in a building that we have been in twice before. This is like old home week for us. So the good part of the beginning of May will be hectic for us as we set up everything in our new place. And then the question will be about August or so. What are we doing in August and beyond that? That is the big question we can't answer, because the good news is, very good news, is Jennifer's hip is really coming along. It's now been since December 29th is when she had her hip replaced. Here we are, April 10th, and Jennifer walks around the house without any assistance at all. We go for walks. She's getting stronger. She's getting more endurance now. She's not as winded anymore when she gets up and moves around, which is a tremendous improvement. She was so far down on the strength meter, it was shocking how weak she was. I was really shocked at how little she could walk before she was breathing very heavily. It really was shocking. That is turning around. We can now go for a 20-minute, 30-minute walk. And she's a trooper. She just keeps on going. So I'm really, really happy. She had both of her knees looked after a couple of weeks ago. She had an injection in both of her knees. Painless procedure. Her knees have no pain whatsoever. Do not need to be operated on. thankfully. So no knee replacements in the future at this point. So her bad hip, the one that, her last hip, that's the original, no pain. There's no pain there. Some physical limitations, but there's no discomfort. And so she is really mobile. And we're kind of excited. So we're now kind of wondering, is it possible that we might not have a hip operation this year? She may not get a new hip this coming winter at all. She may go another year, because if it's pain-free and she has mobility, no need to push the envelope there. So that means travel is a possibility now. Travel is now becoming part of our discussion here. And Jen did not want to talk travel a month and a half ago, 2 months ago. She had no interest in talking about any plans anywhere. Now that's coming around. We're talking about all kinds of stuff now. So I don't know what's going to happen. There are a number of possibilities. Cruising is one possibility. Certainly, late summer, fall European cruising is a possibility. But also travel, just out and out, heading to Europe, or maybe even Australia. That now is starting to surface for next summer in Australia. Anyway, I don't know. I'm not sure how this is going to go. We're both just going day by day here, finishing off our last 3 weeks here, heading north, getting moved in. That's a 2-week ordeal. So the next 5 weeks are, depression here, mayhem up there. And then we'll see what gives. So much to do, so much going on, so much to think about, so much to plan, plot, strategize. We'll let you know when we know, but we are scheming now. So this is an improvement, no question about it. Let's see what's going on. Sylvia saying, that is very good, Bruce. Jen can walk around without being winded. Sharon, hi, Bruce and TW family. Sorry I'm late. I'm helping out the author with some marketing stuff tonight. Welcome, Sharon. Sylvia, Tom Henry leaving out of Miami on Carnival Sunrise. I'm leaving on the train tomorrow evening. Cruise is on Thursday. Paper City Gamer Jeff is here. Hi, everybody. Just booked my first MSC cruise out of New York City. I've only ever been on NCL, and I'm really curious to find out from you, sir, what your thoughts are on that cruise. That will be interesting to get your comparison. Your opinion is going to matter, because this is going to be a first time for you experience. You can compare one line to the other. I'm curious to see what you think about that cruise. All right, folks, thank you for being here. Jeff Gunther, number 30 tonight. Bruce, I didn't get a chance to see you live. I don't get to see you very often. It's nice to have you, Jeff. Thank you for popping in. The author is here. Kevin Chapman, thumbs up, number 30, Bruce. Summer's coming, 68 degrees and gorgeous here in central Jersey today. Right on, buddy. That is good news. Pushing 70 degrees very shortly. Beautiful, beautiful stuff. I gotta love it. Great to have all of you here tonight. This is fantastic. 32 thumbs ups are in the house and counting. Keep them coming, kids. Thank you very, very much. All right, some news today. I've got some cruise news today. The first bit of news is from Virgin Voyages, the Richard Branson cruise line. Apparently, there's a story out there, and you get these, you get these press releases that come out, and I get a kick out of these because you read the press release, and it's clearly written by the company, and the company is giving the spin that they want you to think about, right? They want to give you a spin story. But you kind of, you read it a second time and you realize, no, that's not actually what's going on. I think there's something else going on here. And here's the story. The story is apparently that on the Valiant Lady, the cruise ship, the Valiant Lady, the retail shops are going to be closed for a limited time so they can do what they call a refresh. Now, if you've been if you've been around here for a while, I've been on the air now since 2017 talking about cruise ships. A refresh You know what a refresh is on a cruise ship? A cruise ship goes into dry dock when it gets a refresh. What you do is you bring the ship to to a dry dock facility. The ship is lifted out of the water. They scrub the hull underneath, maybe repaint it and all that. They might paint the outside of the ship. On board these ships, they will take out all the old carpeting. They'll have like 1,000 people on board the cruise ship. I mean, there's like a 2 week, 3 week refurbishment going on. This is 24/7 with 1,000 people on shifts, 500 on, 500 on, 500 on. This is everything. They're repainting everywhere. They're replacing bar stools with new bar stools. They're taking out old flat screen TVs with the latest, greatest new flat screen TVs. I mean, they are usually doing some serious refurbishment and cosmetic work. If you need to do some work in the retail area of a cruise ship, and those are those floors that might be on deck 4, 5, whatever, where all the shops are. The refurbishments there are usually done by the vendors themselves. It'll be, you might have a jewelry, the international jewelry chain in there. And if they want to refresh their store, they will bring in contractors approved by the cruise line with pre-laid out plans, all pre-approved. I mean, this is planned a year in advance, if not a year and a half in advance. These refurbishments are a well-coordinated military operation. I mean, these are how limited military operations should work. 2-3 weeks, it all gets pre-planned out. Everything is pre-ordered. All the new stuff going on the ship is at dry dock before the ship even gets there. The minute the ship is landing, as a matter of fact, the week before the ship gets to dry dock on the last cruise, there's already stuff being ripped out. Passengers are noticing all kinds of stuff happening already. The last passenger gets dumped off in Miami or whatever, and then that ship is going for a day or so to a dry dock facility, or 2 days, and there's all hell breaking loose on these ships. They're getting ripped to pieces inside because they have got 14 to 21 days to get ready for the next paying passenger. If you're going to do retail refresh, this is planned to within an inch of its life, and it usually does not include the complete replacement of retail shops. And here is the funny thing about this announcement. This announcement is talking about new shops going in to the retail floor. So what's going on? The real story here, I think, is either the retailers on board the Virgin ship, Valiant Lady, and maybe all the ships are being replaced, and they're being kicked off. Maybe they're not paying their proper percentage rents. Maybe there's discrepancies. Maybe they're not performing, or they had an opt-out clause. There could well be some of these shops. Some of these shops are selling fragrances. They're selling high-end clothing, purses, selling jewelry items, and they're walking. They're saying your ships are not bringing in the clientele that we were expecting. You're not bringing in the spenders that we were expecting on these ships. We're walking, and you got to think about this. Look, who do you think the clientele is for the Virgin Voyages cruise line company? Family with children? No, nobody under 18 allowed. So it's adult only cruising, and they are gearing the entire theme of the cruise experience to the generation that are 18 to about 40 years of age, maybe 50. 50 and under is who they're after. They're not going after me at 67, 68. They're not going after 75-year-olds. This cruise line is going after the younger cruisers. They're looking for the couples that are professional couples. That would be great. But what they're getting, I think, is spring break couples. I think they're getting spring break friends, spring break weekend getaway people. They have a week to party it up. That's who I think they're attracting. And here's the bad news: you want to sell Chanel purses and shoes and high-end fragrances. You want to sell Rolex watches on board a cruise ship. These folks don't have the money. They're not of that ilk. They're not of that demographic. They don't have the cash, man. These folks are student loan specialists. These folks own student loan money up to here. They don't have the cash. And I have a suspicion that either the retailers had an opt-out clause, or the cruise line had a percentage rent deal, and they're not happy with the percentage rent they're getting because the sales aren't there. And I suspect that these retailers are saying to the cruise line, look, man, we have a retail store here, 800 square feet. We've got 4 people that work it full time, 2 on, 2 off, or whatever, 3 on, 1 off. And we're paying these wages of these people. We're paying you a base rent, and then we're paying you a percentage rent, and there is no percentage rent to pay you because we just don't have the sales. We don't have the demographic on board the ship that you thought you were going to attract. They're not coming here. The jet setters and the 35-year-old somethings that are professional, well-to-do professionals making $250,000, $300,000 a year are not coming on a Virgin Cruise Line for a vacay. They're not coming. They're doing something else. You haven't been able to attract them. That could be it. And we have here a cruise ship that is gutting the entire retail floor. These retailers either, like I said, they're getting kicked out or they walked with an out clause. And the cruise line, I suspect, has taken over the entire retail floor for themselves. And that Virgin Voyages is building out shops and stuffing their stores with stuff that they're going to carry. So there may well be Chanel handbags available on this ship again. Maybe. But the seller won't be the original retailer. It'll be a Virgin Voyage store only. On the other hand, they might decide, you know what, we're not going to offer the Chanel $3,000 handbags and all that stuff. We can't. It doesn't sell on our demographic, but we know our demographic. Our demographic is 18 to 40, 45 years of age, and we're going to stuff the ship full of stuff that they want to buy when they want to buy something as a keepsake, souvenir, gift for themselves. But it'll be a lower cost area, and the margins will be whatever they are, but the gross numbers won't be as high as they are. This is a telltale sign to me that something is not working on Virgin Voyages cruise lines, and I'm kind of curious. In the next 3 to 6 months, are we going to hear about the other 3 ships that they've built? They're going to gut those floors too. Those retail stores will be gutted as well. This is only the beginning of a complete redo. Watch for that. We'll follow that very closely. All right. Here's something else. Let me show you this first before we go on to another story. I just remembered I did do something for you. I did take a couple of photos here. This of course is the Valiant Lady artist rendition of the ship. But here's one of the shots. This is the kind of shops I think they're replacing. Look how sparse these stores are. Look at the shelving behind the glass here. You're walking down the hallway and you're looking in the store, and there's basically, in my opinion, there's nothing there. You've got a shelf with a purse on it. You got a shelf with a pair of shoes on it. That might be working in a shopping mall, but on a cruise ship, those stores have to be jam-packed full of goods. You've got to get people mingling in there. You've got to get people to kind of walk around and go through the shelves and really look through the merchandise. I mean, come on. These passengers, basically, these passengers are on a holiday. They have nowhere to go. If you've got a sea day and they're lingering along the hallways of the ship, and they're going up and down the walkways and whatever. You want, like two girlfriends to go into one of these stores and be in there for like 45 minutes, and slowly the staff can wear them down and show them this and show them that and show them that, and then maybe they'll buy something. I mean, you get good quality staff in there, you can get some sales going. But if you've only got 45 different items available, and from the outside you only see a pair of shoes and a purse, you're not going to bring them in to snoop around. There's nothing to snoop around to look at. I wonder if that is the issue. I don't. All right, now I got another story for you. It's about Carnival. And I wanted to talk to you about this place right here. This is Half Moon Cay. Now, many of you have a number of you have probably been here on a Carnival cruise, a Holland America cruise, maybe Princess Cruise, any of the brands from All America. They've had passengers come to this area for years and years and years. And if you've been here, you may have noticed these things. Here's a photo here of one of these beach houses. This is a beach villa that you can rent for the day. You rent the entire unit, the top floor and the main floor. Up to 8 people at a time can hang out here. Or you can rent one of these guys. You can rent one of these cabanas, beach cabanas with the shower head there. And, you just run into the beach and then come back here, shower off, and then you can hang out inside there. Here's another one of the cabanas right here, another image of it. There's a number of these on Half Moon Cay. Inside this beach villa, by the way, I'm not sure if it's on the second floor or the first floor. You have one of these, a 5-person, this looks like the main floor, a 5-person hot tub that you can enjoy in comfort with the fan above and no sun shining on you. And you can enjoy your beverage of choice and have a great old time. Anyway, I wanted to mention an article came out here about the cost of these units has skyrocketed in the last year or so. It used to be that if you came to Half Moon Cay here, you could rent this 2-story beach house, this beach villa. You used to be able to rent the villa for $599 for an entire day, up to 8 people. Now, if you do the math, 8 people, these are air conditioned, they have refrigerators, they have a 5-person hot tub, they have mist showers, they have a dining area, they include beach toys like floating mats and snorkel gear, they included snacks and water and soda. All that was included for the price of $599 on January 2022, a year ago January. This would have run you $600 for the day. Then in November they raised it to $649, and now it's $999. So it's $1,000 a day to rent the beachfront villa. There's more than one, by the way. This is just a single one that I found. There are many others, but they're now $1,000 a pop per day. So even at 8 people, you're now talking over $120 a day or $115 a day per person. Now the cabanas, these guys right here, used to be able to rent a cabana for $359 a day. 4 people, I think maximum, 4 guests. So that was like $80-90 a day, per person. And you'd have some loungers there, and you'd have the same thing. You'd have it with the fans, and you'd have it pop, snacks, water included. They raised it to $449 by November of 2022. And now a cabana is $700, $699 a day for a cabana. So this has really gone up in price. They got a number of these. So $1,000 a day for the beachfront villa, and 699.99 a day for the cabana. Can you believe the amount of money these guys are asking for this stuff? This is Carnival. This is a Princess All America on Half Moon Cay. Amazing to me that they would have the gall to go for that much cash. They are. I just have a suspicion that what's going on here is they are in such trouble financially. They're running into such high interest payments that I'll tell you they are scrambling to find money anywhere they can get it. I wonder about that. Yolanda Jackson, store contractor, walking. Brittany, hi Bruce, and also I'm late. Brittany, my husband and I now own a cat with the name of Majestic Mario, and we call him Mario for sure. That's beautiful. Thank you, Brittany, for being here. We just got him as a rescue on Wednesday. Way to go, you guys. Sylvia, Brittany, nice name for your cat. You had us really stumped laughing. Although some people were thinking Magic Mike. Brittany, he is a Bombay cat. Sylvia, Brittany, I think So Tweety thought the same thing about your cat. Most definitely. H. Olson, $1,000 for a beach house? No way. Sylvia, $1,000 a day. Never mind. I will stay on my behind on the beach and find a shady tree. Laughing out loud. Brittany, I think I'm 35 on the thumbs up meter. Thank you, Brittany, for the thumbs up. Yeah, isn't that amazing? $1,000 a day for the beach house. You get there at 9, 10 in the morning and you're gone by 4 in the afternoon. I mean, it's 6 hours, 7 maybe, but that's 150, 160 an hour. It's serious money. Wow, right? Amazing. Yeah, I'll find a shade tree like I did before. I was just fine. Nobody will rent those cabanas for those prices. $700 a day for only 4 people max. Yeah, you gotta wonder about that. All right, the third story of the day has to do with Barcelona, or as I like to call it, Barcelona. Barcelona. Here is the port that you've probably, a number of you been here over the years, but if you've never been to Barcelona and you've seen images, this is a classic shot here of the port of Barcelona. You've got 5 ships in the background back there, and then you have up to 3 ships that can be at the foreground waiting, at least 3 more. And the problem in Barcelona, kids, is that the city councilors and citizens of Barcelona are not impressed with how many cruise ships are coming into port now and how many passengers are coming off cruise ships to spend the day in Barcelona. The over tourism is a huge, huge problem. And some of the critics are saying that they believe the tourists coming in, especially the cruise tourists, they are referring to cruise tourists as locusts. Not a very flattering term. They're calling them locusts. They come in, they dominate everything. They're everywhere. They don't spend any damn money. They buy a bottle of water. They buy a beer here. They buy a cola. They don't buy Rolexes. They don't buy clothing because they can't. They're walking around and they're going back on their cruise ship. What do you want to do? Buy suitcases full of clothing and then go onto the cruise ship with additional suitcases? They're already packed as it is when they got on the ship. Their suitcases are 50 pounds each, if not more already. The city of Barcelona is trying to find a solution to this nightmare problem they've got, and that is over tourism. They're too popular. That's their issue here. They're having, here's another image right here. Some of these markets, open market stalls and stuff, it is absolutely complete mayhem. And when the soccer team is playing, more mayhem, completely out of control. And the city fathers of Barcelona are at wit's end as to what to do about it. Apparently, on some days, you've got 8 cruise ships in one day. In one day, you have 28,000 passengers coming into town. Now, here's another thing. Here's another thing about Barcelona. Pardon me. I've been in Barcelona one time, and the one time I was in Barcelona, Jennifer Jr. and I got off a ship, the Norwegian Jade cruise ship, and we ended up getting off the ship at 8 in the morning, taking a cab right, within a few hundred feet of the ship, and we went right to the airport. And by 10:30, 11 o'clock, we were flying to New York. We never spent a minute in Barcelona. It was the end of our cruise, and we were flying home that very day. And we left Barcelona at, like I say, 10 o'clock, about 1 o'clock afternoon. We were in New York at 2 or 3 in the afternoon to catch a plane to Calgary later that day, and we made it because we had to go from JFK all the way to Newark, and we caught our plane and made it back to Calgary. And so we traveled for 20 something hours in one day to get out. So we spent zero money in Barcelona. We used Barcelona as simply a place to stop, get off, and get out of town and not spend a minute of time in Barcelona at all. So Barcelona, if 3 ships out of 8 ships are coming in to offload 4,000 passengers each, that means that those same 3 ships are loading up 12,000 passengers to take off later that day on their cruise. And so you have a 24,000 person turnover rate going on almost every day out of Barcelona. Just think about the logistics of that. This is just like Miami, Fort Lauderdale, Port Canaveral, the thousands, tens of thousands of people every day, every hundreds of thousands a week turning over, coming off ships and getting on ships, coming off ships and getting on ships. Same thing in Barcelona. And the old downtown core and the sightseeing areas are just overloaded with the day passengers who are hanging around, killing 4 or 5 hours, doing tours. Of course, they're the ship tours that they're pre-purchasing, and they're going out on buses and they're going all over. And the locals have just had it up to here. It's not a happy experience going on. So feast of famine, you go from the COVID, everything locked down, and now everything is opened up again. Europeans are traveling like crazy. Cruisers are traveling like crazy. And here we go with a crazy summer coming up in Barcelona. We haven't even started yet. This is April. We haven't even started. Can you imagine June, July, August, and September in Barcelona this year? Mayhem, complete and utter mayhem. Next October, November, the ships leave back to the Caribbean and wherever they're going. It has got to be nuts. And of course, I've talked to you folks about the craziness of cruise ship travel in Cayman Islands, the craziness of cruise ship travel in downtown Nassau, Bahamas, the most dangerous cruise port, according to cruise ship passengers, the worst. Barcelona can't be a fun experience. I mean, you can't get off the ship and then go 200 miles inland somewhere and then see something and then come 200 miles back to your cruise ship. I mean, there's no way. You're not getting out of town easily. We're talking about the downtown core of Barcelona. You want to get out of Barcelona, that's an hour to get out, and then to get back in, at least an hour to get back in. And that's assuming there isn't an accident on the roadways that clogs up the streets. Can you imagine the rush hour crowd in Barcelona? I mean, they got to be just up to their necks in tourists everywhere. Unbelievable. Yeah, there's problems in Barcelona land, and the cruise lines. They don't want to give this up. They got that international airport there. They got that big port. They love the ability to supply their ships with everything they need for the next week's cruise or however long it is. But the downtown merchants, they're going, hey, you know what? We'd rather just have folks that are spending 2 weeks here, a week here, because at least they're going to go out to our restaurants. They're going to go to entertainment venues, and they're going to see the museums, and they're going to spend some money on souvenirs. These cruise ship passengers, They don't do anything. They're here for 4 or 5 hours. I mean, what are you going to do in 4 or 5 hours? How much money are you going to drop? Not a lot. That's the problem. Interesting. Anyway, that's the thing right there. Barcelona is one of the top cruise ports in the world to visit. There you go, and people do. It's one of the most. It's the most used European port. If my memory serves correct, I think Southampton is number 2, maybe Rome number 2, but Barcelona number 1 for the volume of passengers. No question about it. The airport is exceptional. It's very good. So you've got that going for it, but the citizens of Barcelona, they're not thrilled. They're not. They've kind of, certain areas of Barcelona are fed up with the craziness. I love cruising from Barcelona, says JJ, and there you go. It's working for cruise passengers. It's working, but for the locals, not so much. Anyway, there you go. I was taking a look today for cruises, deals on cruises. And I was mentioning this on my sponsor member hangout show at 7 o'clock Eastern time for members of this channel. If you'd like to become a sponsor member, please hit the join button and join this channel. Every Monday, 7 o'clock to 8 o'clock Eastern time, we have the hangout show just for sponsor members. And I was mentioning to them the deals that I was noticing here. Oh my gosh, there are some deals here. How would you like to get a balcony deal on an Alaska cruise on the Radiance of the Seas, leaving Vancouver? Now, this is admittedly not too long from now, but still quite a bit of time to make it. May 19th departure from Vancouver up to Anchorage for 7 days. You're going from Vancouver to Juneau to Icy Strait Point to Sitka, Skagway. You got a day of cruising at the Hubbard Glacier, and you end up in Anchorage. But you don't get off the ship. This is the first of 2 cruises. The first cruise that you're taking in the balcony is $389 per person. I said that, you heard me right. $389 for a 7-day cruise on a balcony. And then you're coming from Anchorage back to Vancouver May 26th until June 2nd. So this is 2 weeks of cruising from Anchorage to Hubbard Glacier, Juneau, Skagway, Icy Strait Point, Ketchikan, Inside Passage, back to Vancouver. That is $347 per person. This is a deal. Now, as far as I know, if you're a shareholder of Royal Caribbean, these are 2 7-day cruises. You qualify as a shareholder, 100 shares owned. You get a $100 credit on the way up, and you get a $100 cabin credit on the way back as an additional incentive, inducement. This is a deal. If you want to do an inside route, you want to really go cheap, how would you like to go from Anchorage to Vancouver? $273. And Vancouver up to Anchorage, inside room, $244. That's 2 weeks of cruising for, barely $500. That's on the Radiance of the Seas, Royal Caribbean ship. Not a bad deal at all. You want to go on the Majestic Princess cruise ship? There are 4 cruises available. Vancouver to Anchorage, Anchorage to Vancouver, and May 13th, May 20th, May 27th, Vancouver to Anchorage, Anchorage to Vancouver, June the 3rd. That's back to back to back to back. These cruises are $539 each for the balcony for the first 3 weeks, and then $584 for the 4th week on the Majestic Princess. Those are wonderful ships, and you'll be well looked after by the folks at Princess. Again, you're going a sea day out of Vancouver, Inside Passage. Then you got Ketchikan, Juneau, Skagway, Glacier Bay National Park and Preserve. That's a cruising day. College Fjord, cruising all day there. And Anchorage on the way up. Balcony, $539. Inside room, $314. Hello. $314, it's not bad. Coming back May 20th. Inside room, $314. Balcony, $539 from Anchorage to Hubbard Glacier, Glacier Bay National Park and Preserve. 2 cruising days just in the glaciers. Icy Strait Point, Juneau, Ketchikan, a sea day, and Vancouver. You want to get some cruises in for Alaska early in the year. The long, long days. Early June are the longest days of the year. You're going to have a fantastic time. There's some bargoons there, no question about it. Not a bad deal. The MSC Meraviglia has definitely got some good cruises. Brooklyn to Brooklyn via the Bahamas, 7-night cruises, balcony 469. There are May 7th, May 14th, May 21, May 28th. Take your pick. There's some real bargains here for a cruise. We're talking about New York down to the Sea Day, then the Port Canaveral, Ocean Cay Marine Reserve. That's the private island for MSC. Over to Nassau, 2 sea days and back to New York. So $299 for an inside room, balcony $469. Thank you very much. There's some nice cruising there, cheap, some real bargains there. Let me see what else I can find for you. Some real good deals on vacationsgo.com here, all over the place. The ships are now leaving the Caribbean here as each week goes by. As we come into May, June, the Caribbean will get very quiet and the ships will go elsewhere. How about a 17-night cruise? Now, this is for you folks in Australia. Brisbane to Honolulu, 17 nights, April the 12th departure. Quantum of the Seas, $1,000 for a balcony for 17 nights, $1,000 US. Or you could do a 16-night LA return to Hawaii cruise on the Emerald Princess, June 1, $1,699. Mediterranean cruise, the Oosterdam, Holland America Oosterdam, April the 24th from Rome to Barcelona. Speaking of Barcelona, 7-night cruise, April 24th departure, $519 for balcony. For Europe, that is cheap. You can go under $100 a night in a balcony room. That is a bargain. $319 for an inside room, by the way. How about that deal? This cruise goes from Rome to Naples to Palermo, Sicily, to La Goulette in Tunisia, sea day, Florence in Pisa, Italy, Marseille, France, and Barcelona, Spain. This is a wonderful cruise, an absolutely gorgeous cruise. From April to May 1, you are in the warm part of the Mediterranean here. You're going to have some nice weather. And of course, if you're a shareholder of Carnival, you get a $100 credit that you can take on, have a cabin credit to add to your experience there. Not a bad deal at all. That's a good cruise. Let's see if we get some other deals here for you. Northern Europe is now starting to show up, of course. You can take a 12-night cruise, May the 2nd from Southampton return on the P&O Arcadia ship for $930 for the balcony. This ship leaves Southampton, has 2 sea days, May 3rd and 4th. May the 5th, you're in Norway now. You are in Norway for the entire cruise. You're going to see all these fjords, and I can't pronounce the names of these places. I'm going to try. Friday, May the 5th, you're in Haugesund, Norway. On Saturday, May the 6th, you're in Nordfjordeid, Norway, or Nordeid. Saturday, May 6th, you're in Nordfjord, cruising in that fjord. Sunday, May 7th, Trondheim, Norway. Monday, May 8th, Andalsens, Norway. Monday, May the 8th, you're cruising also in Romsdal Fjord. Tuesday, May 9th, Alsund, Norway. Wednesday, May 10th, Bergen, Norway. Thursday, May 11th, Kristiansand, Norway. Friday, Saturday, back at sea, and then back to Southampton. That is a 12-night cruise on the Arcadia P&O Cruise Line. Now, am I correct in saying this is a Carnival line? I think I'm correct on that, and that would get you a $200 credit, cabin credit, if you took this cruise. I think this is a Carnival cruise line. Very interesting. There's an 11-day cruise leaving May the 28th from Amsterdam to Copenhagen, Denmark. Holland America, New Statendam, leaving May the 28th. This one is $995 for a balcony, $675 for an inside room. You're going from Amsterdam, sea day, to Ulvik, Norway, to Hardanger Fjord, Norway. That's cruising for the day, Tuesday, May 30th. Then you're in Mulde, Norway, the Wednesday. Then you're in Flam, Norway, Thursday. Friday, Alsund, Norway. Saturday, Bergen, Norway. You're doing all of these Norway stops back to Copenhagen in Denmark. Wow! What? Get your binoculars. Make sure to bring them with you. Man, are you going to see some stuff and eat some darn good food on the new Statendam Holland America ship? That is a deal. $9.95, 11-night cruise, 5-star cruise line. Yeah, that's okay. That is good stuff. You want to go on a cheap cruise? How about a 3-night cruise? April 30, leaving San Francisco to Vancouver, British Columbia. 3-night cruise for $99, balcony. Are you happy with that? $99. Wow, that's the total cost, not per day. That's your total 3 days. Inside room, $74. You leave San Francisco, have a sea day, get to Victoria, and then Vancouver. Now, there's a nice quickie. Pretty cool bean stuff. 3 days, Vancouver to Seattle on Royal Princess, $107 balcony. April 30, May 3rd, these 3-day cruises. That's pretty cool. Nothing wrong with that. And then to finish off, Panama Canal, Ruby Princess cruise ship, Galveston to San Francisco. April the 14th departure, a 16-night cruise on the Ruby Princess. Inside room, $799. Balcony, $1,269. I'll tell you right now, $799 for 16 nights per person. You can eat more than that. You also get $60 credits from the cruise line, and if you're a shareholder of Carnival, you get $250 cabin credit on top of that. Now you're going to the specialty dining, guys. You've got $310 of specialty dining money if you want to use it. Galveston, 3 days at sea. Cartagena, Colombia, Panama Canal, Fuerte Amador, Panama, a sea day. Punta Arenas, Costa Rica, 4 sea days. Cabo San Lucas for a day, 2 more sea days, and you're in Frisco from April 14 to April 30, 16 nights on the Ruby Princess cruise ship. $1,269. That is a bargain deal. Just to give you an idea, there's a lot of deals available on cruising this shoulder season we're talking about here. This sort of April, May range. There are deals out of there. So yeah, something to look for, you guys. All righty. What do we got here? Sharon, I need to go back and do some marketing work. Have a great week, everybody. You take care, Sharon. Tom. Bye there, Sharon. Paper City, I can eat $347 in food in 7 days. No problem at all. Spoken Wisdom just went on an MSC cruise, and it was terrible. Like I said, I get both. I get this. I loved it. I hate it. The island was wonderful. However, I love the island. Paper City, that's the MSC I booked the week of May 21st. Great price, by the way, Bruce. That's the one. Tom Henry, Spoken Wisdom, tell us about your experience. We were talking about MSC on the 7 o'clock show. Kirk Brunson, MSC Meridian is a nice ship. I'm thinking of going on it again out of New York City. Tom Henry, Kirk, YouTube and Facebook channel. Does MSC use the Brooklyn Port Terminal? Alan Carter is number 45. Kirk says yes, out of Brooklyn. Captain Stable says, Spoken Wisdom, what made the MSC cruise terrible, and which ship were you on? Service in the dining room was extremely slow. We didn't have a set table or servers and had to wait 30 minutes after first seating to be seated every night. That's not good. Food and cold. The food was cold, argumentative, and inattentive servers. Generally unorganized in dining at the buffet, disembarkation, and photography. I did appreciate that they offered private photo sessions on their island, but no one had information or knew the photographer, so there was a lot of confusion to start the session. Captain Stable, which ship was that? MSC Divina, apparently Divina. Brittany, one of my friends can no longer say she has never been on a cruise. She's just got off the Disney Dream this morning. I wonder if she had a good time. I'm going to guess she had a great time. Brittany, you're going to find out. Let us know. That is awesome stuff. MSC Divina, isn't that amazing? Food was cold, argumentative, and inattentive servers. What is this? At the buffet, disembarkation photography, not good. That is not good. I have heard these kinds of comments. I have heard bad comments on food. I've heard great experiences in the yacht club at the high end on some of the ships. I've been told some of the ships are beautiful, but I've also heard some really nasty stuff about MSC. I just report it. I just repeat to you what I get told, and then some people get mad at me because I just tell you what I hear. 49 thumbs ups. There's nobody mad at us today. 49 thumbs ups on this channel tonight. Thank you so much for helping out. We have 57 people watching, 49 thumbs ups. Absolutely fabulous. If you're watching on the rerun, please hit the thumbs up button for us and pop us up there. We're trying to hit 100 thumbs ups on this show every Monday. And the rerunners are the ones that get us over the top because more people watch this show after I post it than live, which is amazing because I have viewers from all kinds of time zones around the world. 53 now have come in. 4 more just showed up. 54, another one. 54 thumbs ups. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much for these thumbs ups. You're helping us dramatically. We're now over halfway home. Food was very bland as well. Royal Caribbean's food has been the best thus far, says Spoken Wisdom. MSC Divina was a very beautiful ship. Stephen Butler, thanks, Jen and Bruce. Stephen, you got it, buddy. Thank you. Very interesting how the ships are getting decent grades, but the staff, the food, not so great. I've heard it all. I've had many a comment about the lack of anything. You just kind of wonder if they're using Denny's for their restaurant services or something. I don't know. Karen, thank you for all the info. Stay well. Thank you, Karen, so much for always being here every week. I appreciate you so much. Guys, thank you for joining me this week. It's been great having you. Brittany is saying, from what I can tell, she loved it. I believe you. I believe you. Larry Blake, number 55, Bruce. Larry Blake is in the house. You got the big 5 thumbs ups count. You're going for 60 before you even get off the air. 56 now have come in. They're coming in. Thank you, everybody, for helping us out with the thumbs ups. Bye, everybody, from Tom Henry. Thank you, Tom. Have a great trip, buddy. I look forward to hearing from you if you do touch base with us while on these ships. Have a great time, man. It's super. I'm glad you're getting some quality, relaxed time. Beautiful stuff. I will see you all next week, folks. Thank you for joining me today on kind of a holiday Monday for a lot of you. I'm hoping that you had a great Easter break. And when you say goodbye to your relatives, give them an extra long hug. You never know when it's the last time for some of those. And get them in there while you can. Robert, wow, I made it. I watched the whole show without falling asleep. Robert, that is awesome stuff, man. You're getting better at this. Well done, sir. You keep up the good work. I didn't fall asleep either. I did both shows, 2 hours of shows, and I'm still awake too. I'm proud of myself. Thank you guys so much for your support. Those of you who are members of this channel, thank you for joining this channel and being members. Thank you, those of you who are hitting the thumbs up button. You are the best. Sandy, thanks for the informative show. Should see you from home next Monday. Sandy, I sure hope you get out of that hospital and medicine hat and you make it home and you let us know how you're doing. That would be fantastic. Just do what they tell you to do and hopefully it'll work out. This is good stuff, Sandy. You keep it going. Okay, everybody, thank you again for all your support. 58 thumbs ups and counting. The rerunners out there, I'm counting on you to get us 42 more thumbs ups. Let us know what thumbs up number you are if you're watching on the rerun. Thank you all so much. Donnell, thank you, my friend, from Cork, Ireland. You get some sleep now, buddy. Enjoy tonight's show. Have a good week, y'all. You take care, Donnell. We'll see you next Monday. And I can't wait for the day we get together. All right, everybody, have a wonderful week. Take care of yourselves. Thanks again for all your support. This is Bruce and Auntie Jen saying goodbye from Palm Desert, California. We'll see you here next week as we close out our desert visit. Thank you all. Take care and bye for now.